Hey, Warrior Saints. Father Chris here, and welcome to today's episode of The Way of the Warrior Saint. I want to talk today about your real self, your true self, being authentic, and not being what other people expect you to be, or worse, what you think other people think you should be. And very often, we put forth this fake image, this inauthentic self of who we think we should be or who we think others want us to be. And we see this happen really clearly in our Facebook feeds. Facebook is a great image for that, because I notice, and I think I do it too. I mean, if I'm going to be honest about it, I do it too. We put forward what we perceive to be the best picture of ourselves, the best image that we want the world to see. How about a bad day? Sometimes we put forward the worst image. Facebook shows us both. We show our heights and we show our suffering, but we don't always show our authenticity. We don't always show truth. We don't always show our real self. We don't put forward our authentic self, who we really are and what we really think. And a lot of that, I think, comes from being afraid of what other people think. We want to impress them. We want to please them. It's like when you're giving a speech and you see the people in the crowd nodding their heads, you want to say that so that you see more of that. But is that real? Is that true? Is that authentic? The challenge, I think, is to be who you are inwardly, outwardly, so that the whole world can see your true, authentic self. First, that requires a little bit of fearlessness. You got to be a lion. You got to be unafraid of what other people are going to say. In fact, I think that if people are not talking bad about you, it's because you're not doing anything good. It's because you're not doing anything of value. I think give them something good to talk about. Shake the world up a little bit and be unafraid of it. Disrupt the world. That's what we're supposed to do anyways. As Christians, we're not supposed to conform to the world. We're supposed to shake it up by doing things that the world perhaps doesn't ask us to do. The other part of it is, I want to know who you are. I don't want to know who you think I think you should be. I want to know who you really are. Tell me your dreams. Tell me your fears. Tell me your sins. Tell me the things you rejoice over and your successes. This is real. This is authentic. Not that which you think should be perceived, but that which is real and inside. Part of that means, first, you got to be honest with yourself. Part of that means you really have to look inward and be true with yourself. Be honest with yourself. What is my garbage? What is my baggage? What is my success? What are my vices? What are my joys? All of these things, and sharing them with another person, this is what gives us the connection. This is what gives us authenticity. Because in truth, that's when real things happen. That's when real change happens. And keep this in mind. We know people see through the BS. When you're trying to fool me and I'm trying to fool you, we both know. We see it. We feel it. We sense it that somehow this person is not being authentic with me. St. Paul has a saying in Romans chapter 2. He's talking about the Jews and the Gentiles. And he says to them, a Jew is not one who is one outwardly, like he does the show, but he's one who does so inwardly. And he's talking about something that's inside of them. And he's saying, I think, let that inwardness be outwardness. Let it come out. Show really who you are. And you know what's interesting about it? I think about it often. Not everybody likes me when I'm authentic. And that's okay. I don't have to be friends with everybody. Not everybody wants to be friends with me. In truth, I don't want to be friends with a lot of people either. And that's okay. I'm not saying to be rotten. I'm not saying to be mean. But I would rather have less friendships and less relationships that are real than a bunch of them that are just, meh. They're inauthentic. Let's be deep. Let's really get into the relationship with other people. But to do that, it means that you got to start by being authentic. Warrior Saints, not an impossible thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I promise you this, when you do this, the relationships that you have with other people tend to become stronger, tend to become more healthy, more real, more authentic. Until next time, keep walking on the way of the Warrior Saint.